So here's how the mode thing is going to work. You're going to need to play a major scale, all the major scales, on just one string, on the low 6th string. And you'll be able to, if you are able to do that there, you'll be able to play it on all the strings, because the formula is the same. It's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And the way the modes are going to work is, a mode is just a scale, an entire octave, so the same amount of space between an octave, but starting from different notes of the major scale. So the first one is called Ionian, I just played it. The second one is called Dorian. So instead of going from the second note of the scale to the last note of the scale in Ionian, you're going to go up one more once you get to the top note, and that will encompass an entire octave. And so the bottom note and the top note are going to be labeled the same, and they're going to sound the same, just an octave apart. And the scale is going to be the Dorian scale of whatever key you're in, if you're starting from the 2nd degree. So here I have the 1st degree, regular G major. I'm going to start from the 2nd degree. Don't worry about the chords I'm playing. These are the same notes, just an octave apart. And instead of having to think of the scale like all kind of lodged within this one thing, if you want to be able to play the same major scale, G major, we can move the shape up and now have access to notes up here that we wouldn't in this shape, where the top note would be right here. The cool thing about modes is modes both allow you to play the same major scale, Ionian, all over the neck, but they also allow you to play different scales, the scales of the modes, in cool places too, because everywhere that you can play the major scale, you can also play the modes. And it'll help you connect them all. So right now, you'll learn the modes to learn the major scale to play it all over the neck, but the notes of the major scale are the same as the notes of the Dorian scale within it. Therefore, if you want to play the Dorian scale all over the neck, it's going to be the same shapes that you would learn with the major scale. And it's all relative to each other. It's all a repeating sequence. It just depends on where you start. So for this to all make sense, it's critical that you are able to play a major scale on one string, so you can see where the first note of each of these modes is going to start. And all this is going to look like is you use your whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half formula, or you can just use your ear, it doesn't matter. And we'll use G because on this guitar you can play the lowest one, starting from the 1 major, Ionian, whatever, and it works. So G, we'll stick with G for now, and we'll go whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, and then you want to go back down. It's kind of hard to say whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, and then do it in reverse. I don't have the brain power for it, so you can just use your ears. So you go up to you're at that note, right? And then you want to play the major scale down and get it in your ears. So you go. And just be aware of where it is. And if you play a note and it sounds wrong, everybody knows what the major scale sounds like. Just adjust a fret or two, see what's going wrong, and play it again. But you just want to have a clear idea of, where you can find the different degrees of the major scale on one string, because therefore, then you can play the scales from those degrees. So that would look like, I'm going up. So there I'm at the 5th degree. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and don't worry about the fingerings of going up one string. It doesn't really matter. You can go. And so here I'm at the 5th degree, and now I can play the major scale, of C from right up here, and I can go. Just do that.